Commission presents The Story of Miriam by Gloria Kearney. Episode 3, Adrift on the Nile.
When Amram and Jochebed's baby was born, they made the risky decision to keep him hidden in defiance of Pharaoh's decree that all baby boys born to the Hebrews who lived in Egypt should be killed. They had just come to realize that their plan was not going to work anymore, and something else needed to be done.
Amram! Wake up, Amram!
What? What's wrong? Have the soldiers come?
Shh! Don't waken the children. I can't sleep. I keep thinking about what you said last night. Tell me, Amram, I can't wait any longer.
What are you talking about? Well, go back to sleep, Jochebed. It's the middle of the night.
What is your plan? I need to know.
My plan? To save our little son? All right. I'll tell you. Jochebed, do you trust God? I mean, really trust him? Would you trust him with our son?
Now you're making me feel afraid. What do you mean, trust him with our son? You said that last night too.
I believe that God has a purpose for our son that we can't even imagine. I believe that he will protect him and provide for him in every situation. Do you believe that too?
Yes.
Then I think we should place him on the river and let God take care of him.
No, not in the river, not where all the baby boys have drowned. You can't do that to our son. No, Amram, please, no.
You don't understand, Jochebed. I don't mean in the river for him to drown. I mean on the river, so that he can be found in something like a floating basket. Then leave him to the mercy of God.
A floating basket? I've never heard of such a thing.
I think I know how to make it work. I'll go to the river and collect enough papyrus reeds to make a basket, the same way you make the household baskets, only big enough to hold the baby. It'll have to have a cover to shield him from the sun. Then I'll make some tar and pitch to waterproof it on the outside.
Oh, it would be like a little ark, like our ancestor Noah's Ark. Oh, well, it might work.
Noah's Ark was a place of safety and deliverance. Maybe this little ark will save our son.
Oh, Amram, I don't know. I'm scared. Well, what if no one finds him? What if an Egyptian soldier finds him? Dying of starvation is such a cruel death, and we would never know whether he was dead or alive. Oh, I'm not sure I can do this.
We could get Miriam to hide in the bulrushes and watch. Then we would know what happens to him. Would that help, Jochebed?
Well, wouldn't it drift away, out of reach and out of sight?
No, I'll tie it by some thin rope, so it's just held in the bulrushes at the water's edge.
Maybe. I suppose so. Oh, okay. Well, I can't think of any other plan.
God will take care of our little son. I'm sure of it.
Very early next day, they made their way to the side of the river Nile, carrying the little ark. They moved cautiously and keeping very quiet to make sure no one heard or saw them. The family came to the water's edge.
Why does the princess come to the river to bathe these days?
I have no idea. We used to bring water to the palace. So much nicer.
Warm water and perfumes. I know which I would rather bathe in.
Me too. Yet every day for the past week, she's insisted on coming to the cold, dirty River Nile and insisted that we bathe with her.
This is a good place. We will bathe here. Maybe the great god Happy will be kind to me today.
That's the river god, the god of fertility.
I've heard her talk about her longing for a baby.
So that's why we have been bathing here every day.
What are you two whispering about? Come over here and hold my garments.
Yes, Your Highness.
Coming.
Oh, it's cold.
it's cold.
What's that noise? It sounds like crying.
I can't hear any noise, Your Highness, except the sound of water.
Quiet, everyone. You're making too much noise. There it is again. Find out what is making that noise, girl.
At once, Your Highness. I think it came from the reeds over there.
Oh, there's a basket in the reeds. I think it's coming from there. Bring me the basket.
Yes, Your Highness. I'm on my way. Oh, it's a little boat. How quaint. Oh,
What is it?
it's a little child, Your Highness.
Bring it over here then. Hurry. Let me see. Oh, it is a baby. Hush, little one, don't cry. How has this happened? Who would leave a baby all alone on the river? It must be one of the Hebrew children left to die. Hush, hush, don't cry. Oh, he's so beautiful. A little boy. Lift him out of the basket and give him to me.
As you wish, Your Highness, but he's just a worthless slave child.
Your Highness, you should leave him to his fate.
No, his fate is to be with me. The river god has answered my prayer and sent me a son. That is his fate.
But, Your Highness, what of the Pharaoh? May he live, prosper and be healthy. What will he say when he hears you have disobeyed him and rescued a slave child?
How dare you question me? Am I not the Pharaoh's daughter? I will do as I please with this slave child. Get out of my sight, girl. You, bring the baby to the palace now.
At once, Your Highness, whatever you wish. But have you thought about how you will feed this child? No Egyptian mother will agree to give her milk to a Hebrew slave's baby, and this child isn't old enough to feed itself.
Please, Your Highness, daughter of the mighty Pharaoh, may I speak with you, please?
And who are you that you think you can speak with a princess of Egypt?
My name is Miriam. I am just one of the slave girls. I come from Goshen, but I think I can help you, Your Highness.
And just how do you think you could help me?
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Would you like me to find a Hebrew slave who could feed the baby you have found? There is a woman in my village who has just lost her child.
That's a good idea. Well then, tell this woman to come to the palace immediately. Hurry now, this child is hungry.
I'm on my way, Your Highness.
I'm home, Jochebed. Are you all right, my dear? Why is there a baby crying, Jochebed? What have you done? Could you not bear to leave him? Did you bring him home again?
No, Amram, I didn't bring him home. God sent him home. Oh, what a day this has been.
What do you mean God sent him home?
Well, Miriam and I carried out your plan. I arrived back here just as dawn was breaking. You had gone to work and Aaron was still asleep. I thought my heart would burst with sorrow, thinking of our little son adrift on the Nile. About an hour later, Miriam came rushing into the house, shouting that I had to go to Pharaoh's palace immediately. Amram, do you know who found our son?
How would I know? Just tell me.
The princess, Pharaoh's daughter. She felt sorry for him and wants to keep him as her son.
But then why is he here, crying for all the world to hear?
Because Miriam, our clever little girl, told her that she knew someone who could feed the baby for her. And now we can keep him until he is weaned, and we don't have to hide him anymore. And what's even better, the princess is going to pay me to feed my own son. She says I have to eat the best food in Egypt so that her son will be healthy. Well, there's just one thing. We have to call him Moses.
Well, why can't we call him the Hebrew family name we gave him?
The princess wanted a name that meant drawn out of the water, and that's what Moses means.
I think it means son or born in Egyptian. One of the taskmasters is called Ah, and he called his son Mose. So the Egyptian meaning would please her too. Mind you, it will take some time to get used to his new name.
Oh, I don't mind what he's called. I'm just so happy that God delivered him and has sent him back to us.
May his mighty name be praised. But Jochebed, you know it won't be forever. He will have to live in the palace and be brought up as an Egyptian. We may not even be allowed to see him.
Oh, I do know, and my heart will break when that time comes. But I will delay his weaning for as long as possible. I want to make sure that he knows he is a Hebrew and that there is only one true God. And I want to teach him to pray to our God to deliver us.
Miriam, you did well today. Your mother's been telling me all about it. I'm so glad that you weren't afraid to speak to the princess. You know, you have helped to save your brother's life.
Thank you, Father. God help me to be brave. Mother, what is that word you just said now? Deliverer. Sometimes I dream about my brother. He's got a new name, Moses. I hope I remember his new name when I dream about him. Sometimes I hear that word, but I don't know what it means.
Deliverer? Oh, it just means someone who rescues others, brings them out of danger.
That would be good. Maybe Moses will bring our people out of danger.
Well, time for bed now, Miriam. Take your tambourine with you and put it back under your bed. And no more funeral songs, Miriam. You can make up a happy song for Moses.
Maybe Moses will bring people out of danger. There are times when I think that God has gifted Miriam in a special way. I know she's young, but sometimes I think God is speaking to her. I wonder what lies ahead for Moses. He'll get the best Egyptian education taught by the Pharaoh's tutors. I just hope he won't become so Egyptian that he forgets his own people.
Amram, we trusted God to keep him safe on the river. I think we can trust God in this matter too.
So, for some years, life went on as it always had. Amram continued to build storehouses for Pharaoh. Jochebed reared her little family in Goshen, and the entire nation of Israel continued to cry out to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for deliverance. But the day that Jochebed had dreaded finally arrived.
What do you want?
We have been sent by Her Highness, the Princess of Egypt.
You're to bring her son Moses to the palace immediately.
Oh, sir, he is not weaned yet. He must remain here a little longer.
Are you refusing to obey the command of the Princess of Egypt? Men have lost their lives for less than that.
Princess says you've delayed long enough. The boy is walking and talking, and the princess wants her son to be brought to the palace now.
As you wish. We will come with you.
And stop your snivelling, woman. What is it to you if the child comes to the palace? He's not your son or even a relative. Hurry, the princess is waiting.
To Miriam and her family, Moses going to the palace felt like a bereavement. They knew he would be well cared for and well educated, but their fears that he would lose his identity as an Israelite far outweighed the advantages of his lifestyle. Miriam often wondered if she would ever see her brother again. Would he remember who she was? Why did she keep hearing that word, deliverer, in her dreams?
In the story of Miriam by Gloria Kearney, the part of Amram was played by John Lander and Jochebed by Hilary Dewhurst. The young Miriam was Charlotte Watson, and the Princess by Helen Byrne. Other parts were played by members of the Commission Radio Drama team. The play was produced in Commission Studios in Belfast by Colm Flanagan. Episode 4 is entitled Fading Dreams.